People will be.
Mm.
We are live. Welcome back to another episode of Marvel Card Collecting and Investing with me, Ginger Man Cards. I hope you're super well. Today I'm joined by a man most of you know by now, especially if you're on Instagram, Jack G. How you doing, mate?
Hello.
Hello. And we'll be discussing and going through with live card examples today, which is great. The 2013 Greatest Battles set from Rittenhouse. And Jack's got pretty much all of the cards in the set, and thought it'd be a good opportunity for us to learn, bring some value to you, and look at some cool Marvel cards. And as always, please do drop a comment in the chat and we can
Did I lose the host?
We'll just have...
Hey, there we go. I was all by myself.
What was that?
We're live. It's okay.
Okay.
It happens. That makes shows better.
What on earth happened there? I have no idea. So let's get into it, shall we? So what are we going into first?
I bought this master set on eBay because I just thought it would be fun to again talk about more sets that we don't know about, because maybe there's cards that people want to collect that they haven't been privy to yet. And I posted a couple of them, and people messaged me saying, "Oh, I really enjoyed those," and they bought some of them. So those are the cards that we're going to discuss. And a very popular, very, very popular set came out in 2013 that probably overshadowed this one a whole bunch. So we can kind of showcase. Yeah, I think that was the Fleer 2013 Fleer Retro, something like that.
Not heard of it myself.
Okay. Anywho, let's go through what came in this set. It came in this binder. Unfortunately, I took all the cards out of the binder. You'll see why in a minute. But this was the binder that I believe came when you bought a case. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. And with it came this Wolverine promo card. Right. And so it's got like the Wolverine. You can see he's like more shiny than the rest of the cards. So they gave him a little bit of a treatment. It kind of makes him pop. And in the background are, some of his greatest battles. So that's one of the promo cards.
Nice promo.
And the other one is a really cool Spider-Man, right? He also has his spider sense pops a little bit, has some shine. And then he's fighting a lot of the Sinister Six in the background. Right? So those are the two promo cards, and they talk about...
That Spidey was a general distribution card.
Yeah, I think he was maybe the one that you could just pick up at the stores, and right? That educated you on the set.
And was the other Wolverine, because promo cards are really interesting. The Wolverine, I think, was an exclusive promo card, but
came with the binder.
Right.
So essentially, you could call him a case incentive.
Yeah.
Or not a case, or a case incentive.
Okay.
And then you'll have to ask. I mean, the Trick Collection Kings will swoop in and be like, "No," or "Yes." We'll see. These were the two box toppers. If you're familiar with Rittenhouse box toppers, they always come with that cool, golden seal on the top loader. And so in this case, it's kind of a parallel of Captain America and Nick Fury and Dum Dum Dugan. So it's kind of the modern and vintage. Although that looks more like a modern Nick Fury, and that looks like a Miami Vice Nick Fury, but
Miami Vice.
So these are the case toppers. I guess you got one or the other with cases that you would purchase. And then we'll go through, the base set is interesting. It's the greatest battles, right? So it's anywhere from 6 to 9 of one character's greatest battles through comics. It's reused artwork from the comics, so
Yeah.
it's a mix of vintage and modern art. What's interesting is, and I think you got the silver was the base, and then I think red was one in every 3 packs.
Yep,
Okay.
correct.
So what's interesting with this set is they took the time to, yeah, there we go.
Red.
They took the time to make each character's border unique. So Mrs. Marvel's is her, signature lightning bolt on her chest.
Yeah.
So I chose one of each character so we can kind of get a look at each character that appears in this set, right? So you've got the silver base, the red parallel, and then there is a gold parallel that is numbered 275 that did not come with these. So again, it's got the lightning bolts. There we go.
That's a great card. I love that.
Yeah. Oh, I tried to pick some of my favorites, but also artwork from all sorts of different genres. So here's Mystique getting it. If you watch the 90s cartoon, these guys had a bit of a tussle. And Rogue, they were all. Speaking of Rogue, here's Rogue.
And Valor. How you doing, lads?
Here's Rogue giving it to Psylocke right in the back with her own powers. And she's got the X-Men logo as her foiling. And I didn't notice this until I started resheathing the set. I thought that was really smart for this set. So even though the artwork's reused, the border is one of the nicer. The composition of the border is one of the nicer styles I've seen, and it's simple, but everybody gets a little bit something different.
That's why I'm a big fan of those golds. I think they look really nice.
The card stock is nice. You can see it has, your average kind of bend to it, right down the middle. There's the corners are nice. The edges are not too shabby, and on the red sometimes you can see a little bit of the silver on the edge, but other than that, here we go. We have the Fantastic Four is one of the inserts, or one of the 9. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I think red looks good with the Spider-Man ones, right? Of course. I like, in terms of being able to show off the foiling, these are a lot easier than the reds.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
I had to pull Annihilus because he's kind of my, I'm gonna start collecting more Annihilus stuff. He's cool. I bought the Diamond Annihilus. So
nice.
Next up is Elektra got her own little mini set of cards. And she has little shurikens in the back. Little throwing stars.
So yeah, there's 5 different Elektra cards. So there's basically 5 different cards. Well, not for every character. For example, Iron Man gets 9 different cards.
Yeah.
The red parallels.
So there she is, Duke and Hawkeye. These were from Gabriel Del Otto did a set of comics where in each one the Sinister Six is beating the fudge out of Spider-Man. So Spider-Man has the webbing in the back of his. There we go.
And that's another point. Like when I was talking about the golds to you earlier, Jack. Like the Amazing Spider-Man has how many does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 9. One of them.
So that's nine numbered Spider-Man cards with classic art.
Like you've got the Amazing Spider-Man versus Venom, which is Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
Crazy. Really
so I think there were some on ComC, but of course none of the Spider-Man ones. So I actually haven't seen those pop up a lot now that you mention
honestly
it.
haven't seen what they look like.
Next up is our boy Wolverine. Wolverine is fighting Deadpool in this one, and Wolverine has slashes on all of his.
Yeah, that's cool effect, isn't it?
think Wolverine's good too with the red, just because all the blood. All right, a few more. We got, of course, Thor gets 9 of his own cards. So we've actually seen this Loki art before. I've seen it on a couple different cards over the years. So it looks like this was the full picture, and they just cropped out Thor and just like removed the background so you couldn't see his cape. So I thought that was interesting. And Thor has lightning bolts.
Steve Epting on that one.
Thought this was a good piece of artwork. Black Widow versus Elektra, and she has. Oh, this is from the Black Widow set. So she has little Black Widow spiders crawling on the back. All right, we're almost done with our bases. This is my favorite background. I chose a classic picture for Hulk. This is the first like Hulk versus Thing, and on his it says Hulk and Smash. In the background, there it is. It says Smash right there. It's cool. got the irradiated gamma. There it is.
Nossier, it is honestly, it is red in person. I think it's just the lighting.
I see what he means. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like yours almost looks a little bit. Yeah, like your lighting makes it look a little darker of a red.
Yeah.
But I can see, yeah, like you can almost see where some of it has come off, like rubbed off.
Sup, Grail Chaser? Welcome.
Get out of here, Ozzy. No, I don't. It says Ozzy.
Yeah, it says Ozzy, exactly.
Says,
that guy's dangerous.
I have this comic, so I had to pull this one.
Yeah.
This is Caps, and Caps has a bunch of stars that are falling in the back.
It's a classic. That's why it's classic.
It's a Mike Zeck cover. I think I'm cleaning that comic right now for a friend. That is not a solicitation. I don't want your comics. I have been lazy. I have not been pressing comics. I have been doing Marvel cards. Send them to Valor,
baby. Marvel cards.
And then I did Iron Man versus Doom for the Iron Man. When Iron Man's cool too. It has circuitry in the background.
Sweet.
So I think like if I would love to see fun borders like this again on a new card set. Like if I'm being honest, I didn't buy this because of the base artwork. I appreciate the card itself more when I noticed the bordering, and plus it's worth pointing out because we didn't even look at them.
The back of the cards, man.
The backs are like super cool. So the backs are almost like boxing posters you would see in a ring, or like if you were at like a gym or something, you know?
So cool. Just something different, you know? It ain't a PMG. It's something different.
No, they were just a cheap set that I thought was fun.
Welcome, Marvel Masterpieces, tuning in from Sweden. Oh, I love that. Girl Chaser, where are your gold?
So the background, so it's cool when both sides of the card have value.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. You don't always get that with the backs, that's for sure.
There you go. There's
2 big dogs on one card as well. Very nice.
So after that, so those are the one and multiples in every pack and 1 in every 3 packs for the Reds. And then during that year, there was that big, I don't know if it was during that time or within a couple years, they had the big Avengers versus X-Men crossover. I did read it. It was kind of whatever. I think it was a cash grab, but they did these Avengers versus X-Men cards. You'll have to tell me what the pull rate on those were. But we'll take a look at these. Right, so it features this big old AVX, and then it features an Avenger and an X-Men, and then it shows this on the back. And I think it's the same image on the card on the back. Yeah, looks like it is. So same thing on the back. And it's a layered card. So this AVX is actually a a die cut that is glued on top. The problem with these is this is literally the binder that you would get for these cards, and it had a top loader. When you would slide this into the top loader, it would catch right here, and it would rip it up. And so every single one of these chase cards is popped right there on the bottom, right? So Rittenhouse gets a demerit for this chase set, right? So we're not here to talk all goody about sets. We're here to analyze and break down, and they get demerits too for that one.
Yeah, these are 1 in every 12 packs.
Yeah.
And
So
remember,
like that's somewhat upsetting to me about the set, because I think there were 12 to 18 of them. It was a rather large chase set. So to have almost all of them damaged. Plus, I'm not a fan of the card design either. Like you're covering.
I like stuff like that.
You're covering most of the artwork, you know. So, but that's agree to disagree.
And also remember, I said these are 1 in 12 packs, but the boxes, Greatest Battles, there's only 6,000 boxes because it's Rittenhouse, it's numbered. So just bear that in mind too.
So next is 1 in every 12 packs. And I did a post on these, and I had a couple people say, oh, I had to go buy these, which is why we're having this conversation now. These are the battle scars.
Yeah.
So they are the canvases. All right. So kind of like masterpiece canvases. They're not as thick. They're kind of like 90s masterpiece canvases where they were on the thinner cards, but they still have that textured feel. And the whole theme is, Marvel heroes beat up because they've been in greatest battles.
I was going to say, have you got the Spider-Man? Because I love the Spider-Man canvas.
Yeah, we're going to look at all of them because these are fun. There's 9 of them, 9 cards in the chase.
What's up, Do 6237? All right, I'll have a look at my Instagram in a minute, mate.
I really like this rogue.
Yeah, that's sick. That is sick.
Thor's given me some that I call it the darker time of the 90s where there was all the X-Men swimsuit issues. There's Iron Man.
Not keen on that.
Yeah. I do like the Cyclops.
That's cool. These are cool.
Oh, look, you can see me in the card. Hey.
Right, get rid of that one.
That's a good Hulk.
Wow, nice.
Because it looks like Wolverine just beat him up with all the scratches.
Superb. You don't see these as well, like.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So this is.
But no, yeah, this is my favorite. You showed it. That's like my favorite.
It is nice.
It's a very unique pose. Like she looks like she's like about to brawl. Like it's cool. Like it meets the requirements of like sexy pose, but also like I'm a whoop you up pose. And then he nailed the hair. I don't know. This is just like my favorite Miss Marvel. I think the composition of it's super cool. Even how she kind of fades in at the bottom. Like if you can't draw feet, that's fine. Just like kind of make them fade in the background.
Put some smoke in there, yeah.
Yeah, done. Even that blue. That's a really cool blue to put behind it.
Yeah. Marvel Masterpiece. I just completed my 1995 set plus canvas and holoflash.
Wow.
That is cool. How much value do you think?
A lot.
Yeah, a fair amount. Message me on Instagram if you're on Instagram. I can hopefully give you some help. But yeah, that's good stuff, man. 95 is beautiful. Look at that. That is a beautiful Spidey. I just love that.
That Ghost Rider canvas from 95 is super cool because it's like total left of center in terms of the artwork.
Yeah. Really nice.
So then we get to the 1 in 24s, right? We're nearing the end. The 1 in 24s were why I bought this set, 100%. They tie in with the 2014 Rittenhouse universes.
Yes.
And they are, I'm going to take them out because of the sleeves, because they remind me of like a frosted glass when you feel them. They're not, it's a transparent card, and they're called gold cover cards, and they made 10 of them. You could pull 9, and I don't know how you would get number 10, but it was another kind of promo or incentive item, and I have it on the way, so I can't show it today.
It was Nova, yeah.
Yes. Yes. So they are called the gold cover cards. They're transparent. They feel very sturdy, and they feel like a frosted, almost matte glass. And they reminded me of the 2014 design with the foil and the border, right?
And these are not to be confused with the gold numbered out of 75. These are completely different.
Yeah. I estimate, funnily enough, there are 666 of each based on box count and how many of them there are, because there's 9 of them and there's 1 in every case.
24.
So basically 6,000 of them exist, and then divide that by 9.
Yeah.
Because there's 9 in the set. So unless they released them in different, short prints and stuff like that. There she is.
Nice. I love that Storm. I really do. I need to get one. Don't have it.
So, yeah, they're the whole set they chose really nice classic artwork. So when the whole set is strong, that's when I'm like, all right, I'm going to pick it up. And people were starting to price this above what the entire master set was. So I just took the plunge and bought the entire set, but it was for this set.
A few people were asking about these recently as well, I have to say.
The centering, I can tell right now that I wouldn't submit a ton of them and expect to get a 10, because when they were cut, the centering was very off. I did see somebody was selling an uncut sheet of like 7 of them. So one of them came out somehow without any of the characters cut. They were still all fused together. So that was, I almost thought about it, but I'm like, what am I going to do with it? It's not going to fit into anything. So I'll save him for last. I think my Hulk has the best centering, and I also like how they chose, like they did a good job of picking one where he's coming right at you. So he's really jumping off of the glass.
That's how to do it.
We'll save our big boys for last, of course. And again, great Thor, got the spinny, and they're choosing, like with all of them, they're choosing really good like jump at you. I like the kind of, I like those cards where they're jumping off the card, right? Or here, Iron Man's breaking the card apart. He's like, I don't want to be in here.
Nice. Hey, Sydney, how you doing?
We joked about this earlier. Spider-Man in his backpack, his little spider pack.
Yeah, when I look at it, it's not the best.
No, it's not. It's not the best Spider-Man.
Still cool.
Yeah, I did see some of these get graded and sell for reasonable prices.
Yeah.
They were like a few 9s. I think there was 110. I think out of all of them, this is the winner of the set. It's a nice solid yellow and blue Wolverine with, again, he's jumping out at you. So I think these two together would be cool to get graded, just the Hulk versus Wolverine, because they almost look like they're coming at each other.
And how do people feel about plastic cards? I've always wondered that. Is that something that people would happily collect, invest in? I don't know,
it's what I gravitated towards cards that were more than cards. I mean, so if you go look at all my posts, all my stuff is like fun. Just I can play with lighting and effects and stuff like that.
You have a good light box. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I need a
Hi,
bigger
Jamie.
one. I'm spoiled. And then, okay, so I bought this set. This is kind of like the surprise at the end of the video, right? Like, you know what I'm about to show you, but like, I totally did not expect this. This was not in the listing. If this person is watching, you're the man, and I love you. And if it was a mistake, you're never getting them back. I'm sorry. But this set, and why buying a box of these is expensive on eBay right now, you were guaranteed a 2-panel sketch of 2 people duking it out. So, it wasn't, a bust of a person. It wasn't one, it wasn't like Kent getting lucky pulling these masterpieces team shots. It was like a full-blown 2 people battling. And I did not expect that. It was not in the listing, but lo and behold, on the last page, there were a couple sketches from this set. So we get to check out some of those as well. And arguably, they're some of the more consistent quality art from a set that I've seen. Right? You know how sometimes you pull a sketch and you're so excited you pull it, but then you're like, yeah, it's okay, it's all right. And like not to dirty the Marvel, or not to like sully the Marvel channel, but like I pulled this from my Ninja Turtle box and I was like, yeah,
No Ninja Turtles allowed on this channel. Sorry.
it's okay. But you know what I mean? Like, it's okay.
Off,
so like I noticed with these greatest battles that like most of them are bangers, it seems. Right. So this is one that I pulled of Hawkeye versus Black Widow. And I mean, just like, it's hard to make it look like an action pose and pull it off and have it not look kind of static or fake. And even he did like a really good job with the shadowing and playing with the light and using the like, it's really, really well done. I was even looking at like Hawkeye's leg and how detailed it is.
Properly done, yeah.
Right.
It's a cool concept though, isn't it? Really cool.
And then also in there was this beauty.
Look at the coloring on that. Wow.
Yeah. Like he knew what he was doing, where he made it kind of look like the lights were shining up on the building. And then he knew to use a different color palette right here for the night sky. So yeah, really, really impressed with just the color technique. And then I've got one more. It's a little bit harder to show because it dawned on me it's not supposed to be sideways, it's supposed to be up and down. But it's Ultron and about to get an arrow shot down his throat by Hawkeye.
How clever is that?
It's not my favorite. I really like Ultron, and I like this whole Kirby. It's called Kirby Crackle, like from Jack Kirby.
Yep.
I really like the Ultron Kirby Crackle coming out. I just glasses Hawkeye. I always laugh at like glasses tight shirt Hawkeye. So, but yeah, these 3 were in the back, and they were a little surprise. And I mean, they basically pay for the set, like
yeah,
like
and they sell fairly consistently as well, from what I see.
So it was a fun little set. I did it for the gold covers and the canvases, and the sketches were an added bonus. And honestly, these promo cards were an added bonus too. I'm thinking about. I need to give this guy a second over and see if I want to like maybe submit him. Because how many of these are there? Marvel guy, if you don't know about Kirby Crackle, you get out of here.
What's up, Marvel guy?
So that was it. That was it for the 2013 Rittenhouse Greatest Battles.
Yeah, just one thing to add to that. And Sydney said I mostly collect number cards, and to be fair, I'm not far away from that. It's to go on the golds again, because there are 90 gold parallels, which are numbered to 75, 1 in 24 packs. But you have expansions in the 2014 Marvel Universe set. So you've got Thor expansion. Why can't I
You
say
can do it.
expansion? Where there's 91 to 99, and then numbered out of 75. You've also got Captain America expansion, and then you've got they're the 2 expansions you can get from the 2014 Marvel Universe set. So yeah,
So if you thought you were
those...
done, Rittenhouse hid really hard to get expansion cards in the following year's set, and so you would have had to rip a bunch of 2014s to get the additional 18 cards to truly complete your set.
Yeah, mad, isn't it? Mad. New term for Marvel community: expansion.
That's gonna be the hashtag expansion.
I thought, me starting off Marvel cards baby was enough, but here's a new one.
Yes,
here's a
expansion
new one.
Sets. So yeah, that's what we got for today, and maybe we'll find another set that needs a little bit of highlighting.
Absolutely, and that's what we're trying to do. Just bring some value. Look at some alternative sets out there that you may not, have delved into yet in terms of research and cards, etc. So that's what we're hoping to do. Is just bring a bit of something else to Marvel cards, baby. What's up, Ramsey? How are you, my friend? But yeah, thank you, Jack, for showing those fantastic cards, and plenty more content to come. Peace out, bros. Thank you for joining us.
Later. Marvel cards, baby.